you can't give them any ammo to talk about you, to bond over you, push your calls to voicemail, talk about how you just don't get it, you just don't understand that they're done, they're over you. I've seen these conversations happen over and over again. It's really embarrassing. It's demoralizing knowing that they're bonding over your heartache. Listen, staying friends while your ex is rebounding and you know about it for sure, it doesn't make you stronger. What it does do is keep you emotionally available to someone who's already replaced the relationship. So if you're someone that has accepted or considering accepting friendship, you need to listen to these 5 warnings I have for you today. What's going on, my beautiful people? Another beautiful day here in windy paradise. In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons as to why I feel accepting friendship with your ex and you know that they're rebounding is actually going to keep you emotionally, mentally, physically, relationally stuck, right? The first reason why to keep you stuck, in my opinion, is because it's covertly manipulative and it teaches you to abandon yourself, right? You know what you want. You don't want to be friends. You didn't go into this situation, knowing that it wasn't going to have a happy ending. You wanted something that lasted forever. You wanted, till death do us part, like they say. So when you accept this, what you're doing is you're not being congruent on who you are as a person and what it is that you want. Self-abandonment is something that we do very often. We do it because we feel that there's going to be some type of delayed gratification or some delayed return, like an investment on your investment, which is abandoning yourself. Your needs are important. What you want and what you accept, people are going to continue to serve more of that to you. So if a relationship is what you want and you accept that friendship, you will be working for a really long time to try to get yourself out of that. And 9 times out of 10, you won't ever make it out of it. Whew, it's really windy out here today. The second thing that I see happens when someone accepts this friendship is it doesn't allow for your nervous system to recover. Breakups are very dysregulating. Your nervous system can be easily triggered if you're someone who has an insecure attachment. So when you accept the friendship, you're going to be constantly in this fight or flight mode. You're going to constantly be trying to do the right thing, say the right thing, and not be able to show up for yourself authentically because you don't want to step on thin ice. Which leads me to my third thing. Your ex gets all of the benefits from this friendship. They get to have their cake and eat it too. You want a relationship. They want to have you on the sideline until they discover that they love someone else and they're more into this other person. You're allowing them to wean themselves off of you, off the emotional validation that you've given them, off the support and the unconditional being there for them. And it's not really going to benefit you in the long run. If anything, it's going to delay you. It's going to age you. You're not going to be able to connect with anyone else because you're going to be out of a relationship physically, but mentally still in a relationship with them. You won't even be able to be completely present if you do decide to go on dates, or even if you decide to hook up with people, if that's up to you if you like, but you wouldn't be able to be authentically with that person. You'll still have this hopeful mindset that one day your ex will say, hey, I don't want to be with that other person, I want to be with you. Here's another reason why you shouldn't accept friendship. You have to allow for that rebound relationship to stand on its own, which means you can't give them any ammo to talk about you, to bond over you, to push your calls to voicemail, to talk about how you just don't get it, you just don't understand that they're done, they're over you. I've seen these conversations happen over and over again. It's really embarrassing. It's demoralizing knowing that they're bonding over your heartache. Streets are really busy right now, so I have to keep pausing. So the best thing that you can do for yourself and for if you feel like this relationship has any leg to stand on in the future, is let them run their course by themselves. Don't contribute to it. If you're still hanging out with them, if you're still trying to connect and you're still sharing memes with each other, don't be surprised if they don't respond for 2-3 days, or if you get a message from the new boyfriend saying, hey, stop messaging her, or whatever the case may be. But don't say I didn't tell you so. I'm trying to warn you, because I want you guys to be able to heal and get this clarity as quickly as possible. I once coached a guy whose girlfriend was playing hopscotch between him and her other boyfriend, and she kept breadcrumbing him, kept saying that she really didn't want to break it off for good. She was just confused. She didn't know where her head was at. And that's fine. I get it. We all go through those things in life. But when you're leading someone else on, it becomes immoral, in my opinion. Because, you know, you see all these heartbreaking stories about how people just kind of lose their mind after the breakup. You know, you're really causing long-term damage. And I'm not here to, you know, you guys already know this. You guys, if you're watching this video, you know I'm talking directly about your emotions and what you're going through. But if they only knew that this ambiguity is actually causing you more strain and stress. But honestly, there's also some guys that don't really understand, don't get it. If someone says that they don't want to be with you anymore, you have to disconnect that as quickly as possible. Because at that point, I can't even say that they're lying to you, because they're being honest. You know, they're trying to let you know where they're at emotionally. Could that change in the future? Yeah, absolutely. But right now, when you're pressuring and you're actually, I don't even, you know, people don't like me using this, but like you're actually lowering your sense of self-worth every time that you beg, every time that you try to plead and say, hey, I'll do this, I'll change that. It's making it look like you're abandoning yourself again. Going back to the number one thing that I talked about today. And the last one is, if you do accept this, it's going to keep you secretly in a hopeful state. I kind of talked about this already. I touched on it. I think it might have been point 3, where you're really not making decisions for yourself. Trying to get us out the sun, sorry. You're really not making decisions for your long-term health when you're making decisions out of this hopeful state. When you're hopeful and you're feeling as if, I just got to do this differently, do that differently, go see a therapist, go see a coach, make all these massive changes. You know, I've even had people get convinced that they were a narcissist and they had to go to therapy, and the therapist's like, you're not really a narcissist. What I'm seeing is you're recovering from a really unhealthy relationship. They've done all these things to realize that in the end, I'm still losing. I'm not even gonna have the girl at the end of the day. I've stood outside, played the boom box, stood on the car, and I still don't have the girl at the end of the day. And it all started with accepting some form of friendship from this person instead of saying, hey, I'm not really interested in being friends. I want an actual relationship with you. I've always wanted it. We've been had it. I feel like I'm being downgraded. If this guy doesn't make you happy and you realize that, hey, maybe it was something that was going on with you, then reach back out to me. And if I'm single, maybe we can talk again. But if not, I'm not really interested. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by the Rebound Journal yet again. Hope this video was valuable. And if it was, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.